Hi, welcome back to the Wildlife Cookery classes with me, Rob Green, from the Yorkshire Seafood Kitchen. This is our final video in the series, guys, but probably the best. Today we're going to be dealing with a king of shellfish on the east coast, lobster. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to show you how to dress a lobster, a cooked lobster, to restaurant standard, and also we're going to do a little recipe after that as well with the dressed lobster, just to make it a little bit more special. Once you've done the dressed lobster, we've broken down the crab, we've filleted fish, we know how to buy and store seafood. There's an awful lot of knowledge that you've gained in these last 6 videos. I really hope that you followed it, and I really hope that you've enjoyed them. So let's get on with the cooking. Okay, how to dress a lobster restaurant style. So obviously we're going to need the cooked lobster. We're going to need a heavy cook's knife, a rolling pin, it will be revealed later, 2 bowls, one with cold water in and the other for empty shells. We're also going to need a teaspoon. So first of all, turn the lobster over and firmly pull the claws and the knuckles off close to the body. You can note the cross on the back of the lobster's head. We're going to insert the knife in the centre of the cross, down towards the head, turn it around, and we're going to cut all the way through the body. You need to be quite hard with this, but a good sharp knife, good heavy sharp knife, should be ample in completing the task. So once it's in half, we're going to remove the inedible head sac from both halves. That's right up the head, and basically that is the lobster's stomach, believe it or not. Carefully remove the tail meat from each tail. And give them a rinse in the water and set them aside. Next up, carefully twist off the legs from the shell of the body. Take the claws and knuckles and break them into 3 pieces. Then using the back of a knife, strike the shell firmly all around the main claw. Pull off the shell carefully, and there you have it. Repeat for the second claw. Then using the end of the teaspoon to extract the meat from the knuckles. And for the legs, this is where the rolling pin comes in. As you can see, just roll over the legs with some force and we're getting all the meat from the legs. A lot of places won't do this, but I think it's worthwhile. If you imagine, you're getting quite a lot of meat out of those. Once you've done all the legs, we're going to cut the tail meat into bite-sized pieces. Then it's time to dress the lobster. Place the tail meat back in the shell, red side up for presentation, so in the other shell basically. Like so. Then put half the leg of knuckle meat back into the shell of the lobster where the head cavity was, on top of the claw. Repeat for the second half of the lobster, and there you have it. That's a restaurant quality dressed lobster. Okay, so you can now dress a lobster to restaurant standard. That's going to save you a couple of quid when you're buying them, and it's a bit messy, but it's good fun. And you get to keep the shells to make sauces, stocks, bisques, things like that as well. And also, I promised you a recipe. So this next recipe is easy, but we're going to take a bit of a chefy, now you're up to it now, we're going to take a bit of a chefy term, and you must have heard of lobster thermidor. Well, we're going to do lobster thermidor butter, which is all the taste of the thermidor, but you're getting that moist butter in there. And also you can keep this butter in the freezer for up to a couple of months. So here's how to make it. So for this, obviously we're going to need our 2 cooked and dressed lobsters, which we've just done. For the butter, we're going to take about 150 ml of dry white wine, 1 shallot finely chopped, a handful of tarragon leaves chopped. I couldn't find fresh, so I'm using dry instead, that's fine. A handful of parsley leaves chopped, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, juice of half a lemon, pinch of paprika, dash of Tabasco sauce, 5 tablespoons of parmesan finely grated, and 140 grams of butter, but make sure this is soft and room temperature. Just put the wine and the shallots in the pan, bring them to the boil till it's evaporated off. We're going to mix all the ingredients together, and then we're going to roll it into a log using cling film or foil, and then chill to harden. It can be frozen up to about a couple of months. And then heat your oven or your grill to high, slice the butter into thin rounds and lay it over the top of the lobster so all the meat is covered. Grill for about 5 to 8 minutes until the butter is bubbling and starting to brown. Bearing in mind the lobster's already cooked, so we don't want to dry it out, but we do want that flavours of that butter all the way through that lobster. Put the lobsters onto plates, pour any butter left on the tray over them, and serve with new potatoes and some dressed salad leaves if you want to, and a nice cool glass of wine. Well folks, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the series of videos with Wild Eye and me, Rob Green. It's been a pleasure doing them. The project's been a pleasure. Don't forget about the cookbook. You can find out details on the Wild Eye website about how to find out about that. These videos will be around for a long time, so make sure that you watch them again and again. And I hope you've gained the knowledge and the confidence to be more experimental with seafood and trying different species, all from our coast, and using our local fishmongers, enhancing our economy, and at the end of the day, just having some delicious food. Goodbye for now.